Yo guys, what's up? I actually wanted to give you guys a new message from a new part of the Bible, Matthew chapter 6, verse 1 through 4, that I actually didn't cover before on my page. So, let's get into it. Alright, so what does it say? Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others, to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. That's a really interesting verse. So what is it really saying? Well, we could use a lot of modern examples, like Mr. Beast, for example. Like, I'm not trying to diss Mr. Beast, but at least you need to realize that, look at what they're doing, right? You have so many of these philanthropists, but what are they doing? They got cameras everywhere. They are showing off what they are doing. They're like, look at me. I'm giving to these people. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing, right? I mean, it's crazy. If you see a streamer that's trying to up their reputation and they're just walking the streets on stream with the big cameraman behind them and they're giving to the homeless, what do you really think they're doing? Do they actually care? Or are they just doing it so that they can get something out of it, right? The problem is that a lot of us have a very transactional mindset. We're like, okay, we need to have something in return. If we do something, we need to have something in return. We need to get back what we're giving, right? We need to give, and then we have to take. We have to take. But God says no, right? Look at us in relation to God, you know? We have sinned so greatly throughout our lives, through the day, through the night. We have done many, 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 many sins, all right? I'm sure that at least one point in our lives we have lied, we have stolen, we have done so many of these horrible things, and yet what does God do? He gives us compassion and He gives us forgiveness unconditionally, all right? There's nothing we can do to pay it off, and yet what does He do? He absolves all of our debts to Him just because it's from the bottom of His own heart, right? Can you imagine if God had all of His angels surround Him? He's like, look, I'm giving this sinner forgiveness. I'm giving this sinner repentance, right? Or I'm answering the sinner's repentance. Sorry. God doesn't do that. That'd be so stupid, right? He doesn't operate on that level, but we do, because we're shallow beings. We are beings that focus on pleasure and fame and all these things, and it's about time that we distance ourselves away from that. And that even if we don't have our phone, even if we don't got some video recording in front of us, when we see a homeless person in need, that we just put our phone away, we put our camera away. We don't need to take any pictures of these poor people. We need to help them. We need to lift them up, and we need to be like, hey bro, you need some food, you need some whatever, right? If you got some single mother, single father, no questions asked. We're not gonna make any inferences. Just imagine that it's a widow or a widower trying to help their child or something, even if they're not, even if that wasn't the cause, whatever. If they're in need and you can really do something for them, why not do it? Why not help them? You don't need to have your camera in their face and be like, look, I'm helping this single mother. I'm helping this single father. That's not how you should operate. You should always operate out of the good of your heart, because when you do something in private for someone without any cameras, without any streaming devices so you don't stream it on Twitch, you are proving to God that you care, and you are doing this from the bottom of your heart. You are not doing it for fame. You're doing it from your heart. So, very, very important verse here. I think I could probably memorize it sometime. It's a really good verse, but hey, I thought it'd be a great lesson for all of you. God bless, Jesus loves you, and have a great day.